beautiful family, welcome back to the channel. It's great to see each and every single one of you. Today we are back with another formulation video, and the formula that we are putting together tonight is a very simple rose accord family. Now, if you find any of the information in tonight's video useful or you enjoy the video, go ahead and do not forget to give us a thumbs up, sub to the channel if you are brand new here family, or if you are a returning viewer. It's always greatly appreciated family. Now on to today's formula family. So family, today I'm very excited to make this accord along with you guys, because this accord will give us so much teachings on the lessons of working in different ratios family. That's one thing that I just learned recently, so I do want to share this knowledge with my family. Working in different ratios within your accords and your final scents is so important family. Those are the things that are going to give you your effects that you desire within the scent family. This rose accord will teach us family how these different ratios affect the final scent that you do get at the end of it family. We're going to see if you put one thing too high, you get a certain effect. If you put another thing too high, you get another certain effect. And this rose accord will teach us exactly that family, how these ratios really work together to give you the final scent that you're looking for family. If you have too many ingredients that are within the same ratio, this is how you get mud or muddy type of scents family. So it's very important that you work out these different ratios family, so you can get the desired scent that you want at the end family. So this is some information that I again just learned today family, so I'm sharing that with you guys, and which is why I'm making this rose accord family, because I want to see how these different ratios work and what other way to do that on than the classic rose accord family. So we're going to be building that today. It's a very simple 3-ingredient accord family. We're going to put this together, and what I want you guys to do family is, for your experimentation and my experimentation, we're going to go and we're going to adjust these formulas. We're going to switch out a couple of ingredients to the top, and we're going to see how all of that really affects the final rose accord family. So again, if you do enjoy today's video, give this video a thumbs up. And without further ado family, let's go ahead and look at the accord that we will be building today. So taking a look over at our accord family, you're going to see that we are, like I said, dealing with 3 simple ingredients for this accord family. The ingredients that we will be using for this accord are phenyl ethyl alcohol, citronellol, and geraniol family. Now phenyl ethyl alcohol family, this is the main soft rosy body to the scent family. Phenyl ethyl alcohol is basically the rosy backbone that you're going to get, not from all rose accords, but for the basic rose accord, phenyl ethyl alcohol does provide that rosy background note family. Super cheap, and it just smells slightly like rose. The next ingredient that we will be using family is citronellol. This is a more citrusy, fresh type of rosy smell. This is not as soft and rounded as phenyl ethyl alcohol, but this has a more citrusy, sharp undertone to the rosy type of scent family, if that makes sense. And the final raw material that we will be using is geraniol family. This is going to give that minty floral edge to the accord family. Has that slight green feel to the scent too as well. This will also be used to give us that floral lift within the accord that we're looking for family, so to make sure that the scent is not too flat. And just those 3 ingredients right there family is our accord. Very simple, but like I said, the whole point is to see how these work in different ratios. What we want to do, we want to lower the phenyl ethyl alcohol, increase the citronellol, or increase the geraniol, you know what I'm saying, and work in those different ratios and see the different types of effects that you do get from the accord. And this baseline approach right here family is how we are going to learn our materials way better family. This is when you're in the beginning stages of perfumery family, these are the things that you do have to go through to learn your material, just to make sure that when you create your signature scent or the scents that you do want to create, you making sure that you are creating well balanced formulas, family. You're not creating things that smell like mud or just things that smell like a whole bunch of things mixed together. You want to have nuance, you want to have different character going on within your scent, and working within these different ratios and learning how to balance formulas, family, is one of those ways that we learn. So that will be achieved with this Accord, family. Without wasting too much time, family, let's get straight into it, because I want to blend this right here, family. Starting off with the first material, we will be adding phenyl ethyl alcohol, family. Phenyl ethyl alcohol will be 50% of this Accord, family. And again, this is going to provide that fresh, main rosy body that you're really looking for a rose Accord, family. You can use, I've seen rose Accords using different materials to give that main rosy body, but for this, phenyl ethyl alcohol is one of those materials where you just can't go wrong for using it if you just want that very smooth rosy body, family. So phenyl ethyl alcohol is gonna give you that. I have all these materials diluted to 10%, family. The phenyl ethyl alcohol is in, and family, I make a lot of rose Accords, so I do have to make a new phenyl ethyl alcohol dilution. I literally just used the last bit of it right there. Tear out that scale. Next up, we are gonna add Citronellol, family. Again, Citronellol is gonna give us that light citrusy, but still keeping in that rosy feel. I even say Citronellol a dewy. To me, it has a dewy smell to it. In my opinion, smells really good. I love the way Citronellol smells. We can see I have this Citronellol at a 10% too as well, family. I would even say Citronellol got a Citronellol, not a green. Yeah, it is kind of green, but it's more citrusy, if that makes sense. The Citronellol is in, family. Next up, and the last ingredient but not least, family, we're gonna add our Geraniol. And this Geraniol, family, is gonna give you that, again, fresh floral lift, green, slightly minty smelling type of thing. If you ever smell geranium essential oil that you put inside the little diffusers, family, it kind of smells like that, but just on a more aroma chemical level, if that makes sense. Has the more aroma chemical type smell to it, but you can still smell like that minty thing that you're used to from the essential oil. You can still smell that. And bada bing, bada boom. Simple as that. Those three ingredients are in, family. And that right there is our Rose Accord. Easy as pie, family. We're going to take our bottle. We're going to give it a little whirl, family. And we're going to dip test our Rose Accord to see how this Accord has balanced out. And just note, family, that if you have these materials, you'll know all three of these do not smell like rose on their own. But when you're making these Rose Accords, what's so fascinating about these Rose Accords is these three do not smell like rose on their own, but when you combine them at the right ratio, family, you really do get a real nice rose impression, like a rose petal type of smell. I've made some that are really off balance. I've made some that are really dominated in the Citronellol, and it doesn't really smell like rose. But when you hit that perfect ratio, family, you get a real rose petal like smell. And then once you start adding different things like rose oxide, benzoyl salicylate, and benzoyl acetate, those type of materials, once you start adding those, citronellol acetate, once you add those things, it really just moves it closer to the rose absolute smell. I do have an Accord that's pretty close, but it's not all the way there, family. So we're gonna give this a little whirl, family. We're gonna dip this, and we are gonna see how our Accord has turned out right now, family. I highly recommend that you dilute and smell all of these materials individually on their own, so when you blend your Accord, so you know what's sticking out of your Accord, so you know what to rebalance. Do not go into these things blind. Make sure you dilute and dip your material and smell it. Sometimes I have days where I just do that. I dip a few materials and I just take them with me throughout the day, just sniffing them and evaluating the smell, so you know exactly what you're working with when you come to making these accords, family. So again, yes, this is gonna give you that. This is a well-balanced rose accord. Doesn't smell too much like phenyl ethyl alcohol. Doesn't smell too much like citronellol. Doesn't smell too much like geraniol. It's just a real well melded together rosy type of smell. Now there's ways to improve upon this, family, but if you make this right here with the phenyl ethyl alcohol at 50%, the citronellol at 30%, and the geraniol at 20%, you will get a very well balanced, just fresh, rosy accord. That's what you're gonna get, family. Not doing anything too crazy, just very nice. And it's real nice too. Don't get it twisted. It's very nice. Even though it's a little bit on the blander side, it is nice, family. It just has that, again, fresh, rosy nature. Now this balance right here, this is why ratios are important, family. This balance right here is basically keeping everything in line. You're not gonna get anything poking out, but which is what we'll do. If you lower the phenyl ethyl alcohol and you up the citronellol and geraniol, you will get a different effect, family. If you do that, you will not get this exact effect, family. And that goes to show that when you're working with your own personal accords or your own scent, the ratios at which you decide to work in are going to ultimately affect the final scent that you get, family. Even the accords within the final scent that you have, all of that really does come into play, and it really does show just actually how hard and how complex these perfumes can get, family, when you're working in these very tiny, minuscule ratios just to get a scent to go a certain way. Definitely not the easiest thing, family, which is why these things do have to be respected. A lot of hard work does go into these things, family. Once you know this information right here, you actually see how much really does go into these, family. But nonetheless, family, make this very simple, beginner friendly rose accord, family, and leave your results down below. You guys go ahead and mess with the balance. I'm gonna go ahead and mess with the balance, family, and we're gonna see, man, it smells good. And we're gonna see just the different effects of rose that you do get. Again, family, this is gonna teach you so much about balance and how to, again, make your accords smell a different way according to the different ratios that you work in, family. And this will help with your confidence on building on your own accords, family, because once you have this knowledge of ratios and how to work in ratios, if you want something to be the main note, you add a lot of that. And then if you just want these little things popping in on the side, those are going to be your very micro dose things. But also you have to take into account how these notes impact each other, high impact versus low impact materials, family. But there is a conversation for another video, family, right here, sticking with the ratios. But again, family, try these out, leave your results down below. But family, I hope you all enjoyed that video. If you did enjoy today's formulation and you found any of this information useful, go ahead and give your boy a thumbs up, sub to the channel. And if you made it to this point in the video and you finished off the work, I appreciate you so very much, and I love you very much, family. Good work tonight. Remember, family, this is a journey, family, not a race. Take your time, learn these materials, enjoy the journey that you're learning along the way, family. Do not rush. All of these nuances and your signature scent and the scent you've always been dreaming of making, it will come, family. We just got to be patient. We got to learn these fundamentals, and we got to go through the, you know what I'm saying, you got to go through that learning period, family, and that's perfectly fine. We are going to enjoy the journey. I know I am, family, and I hope you are enjoying your own personal perfumery journey as well, family, because it's a very exciting thing to be doing with your life, family, in my opinion. But family, I love each and every single one of you. Again, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Remember to be happy at the end of the day, and I will see each and every single one of you in my next video, family. Love y'all.